Hello, friends, Romans, and also countrymen, and welcome to a new series called SurvivalCraft with Splice. So right now on the screen you are seeing a super sped up, speedy times, kind of shenanery. That was a terrible noise, I'm sorry. So this is a new Minecraft series that I'm doing, and I wanted to make it kind of special and cool. So the idea behind the series is uh, showing how to implement, like, not specifically redstone, but Minecraft automation, and being able to make things work really efficiently for you so you can mine a lot of stuff quickly, get a lot of resources quickly, and do those kind of things in a survival setting. Instead of just showing you and then letting you implement them into survival on your own, I'm actually going to be doing it for you, and we're going to be documenting that journey as I go. Showing you what things are good to, what automated things are good to start with for beginners at Minecraft, how to make super hyper efficient farms, all sorts of things, and just kind of going along through here. So this, what you're seeing on the screen right now is just me collecting all my beginning resources, the usual things you do with Minecraft: getting wood, making a crafting bench, making a furnace, building a small house, those kind of things, and not really nothing out of the ordinary. Everything you've seen in a just standard like Minecraft survival let's play deal in the beginning. Just always start with those. So because everyone has seen that slash played that a million times, that's why we're speeding through it. And so in just a moment, after this speed up shenanery is done, we will. I will rejoin you. Future me will rejoin you because I actually haven't done any of this yet. Whoa, movie magic. Will rejoin you, and we can get into the playthrough. Now, one thing I do want to say before I move on to future me is this is going to be very much chopped up. It's going to be more edited than most of my just Let's Play series because I do want to make this more conclusive. So I'm going to cut out, like mining and, well, not all of mining, but because there's efficient parts of mining. But I mean, like, cutting out the boring parts of just mining tons of resources and all of those kind of things. So just showing you the important parts, and I'll tell you what I'm doing, off screen or whatever. But all right, that's enough of me talking. Now, go, future me! Thanks, past me! That sounded really dumb. Alright, hi guys. So, past me introduced this whole thing. That whole last section was sped the crap up. And you can kind of see what I was doing, but I'll just go over some stuff. And one thing I do want to mention, to keep in mind, I am running the Minecraft Snapshot 13W04A. That will not affect this playthrough until later. We're not really going to be getting into hoppers or any of, like, we can't do command block stuff. A lot of it is like map making stuff, but specifically hoppers and like comparators. That is not going to be dealt with until later in the series, and probably by then the 1.5 update will be out. So you guys won't have to worry if I'm building things and you're like, oh, I can't build those because I'm using the terrible 1.4.7 snapshot, which is terrible. It's really buggy. Anyway, so I've got a full set of stone tools here. That's the first thing I did, pretty much. I cleared out some trees out here. It's nighttime, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. So I cleared out a few of the trees, got some wood, built this little home into the wall. I've got a crafting bench and a furnace, a chest with some items. I've got a little bit of coal, so I use some for torches. Some spruce wood planks, sticks, almost 2 stacks of cobblestone, 18 spruce wood blocks just in case. I'm keeping those as blocks. This is first useful tip. If you can't find coal, if you're running into issues finding coal, you can burn this to get charcoal. I'm sorry, my brain was just dying there. You can burn this to get charcoal, and with charcoal you can then use that like coal. I've got dirt, I've got spruce sapling, torch, and my old wood pickaxe. Now, one thing I want to check. Okay, I'm on normal, just checking my difficulty to make sure. So I've done that. I've got a cow hanging out down here. So I built my home in this little cavern here, which is probably a bad idea because mobs can walk into it. But the part that's actually my house so far is just in here. And I built up a little wall so I should be safe. I blocked off this area because mobs... There you go, there's a mob right there I'm going to avoid. It's a creeper. So already, yeah, mobs there. And we've got another door here. I actually don't see any mobs out there. Got another door here because I'm going to build this whole thing into my house. Because this whole little cavern's going to turn into my home. Which is going to be sweet. And then we started a mine over here. This was another entrance that I blocked off. So I started digging out this mine here until my pickaxe broke. And so we're running a little low on food. So the first thing I usually say to do is to acquire a bed. But since we haven't found any iron yet, and we haven't found any shears or anything, been able to make any shears, and we haven't found any spiders, because you can use spider silk to make wool, we have no way to make a bed. So that's usually the first thing I say, but right now we're just going to do some midnight mining. Now, this can be very dangerous because that mine is open there. So what I'm going to do is grab some dirt and just block off the entrance here. Oh, and actually one thing I also want to do is you take this torch and I'm going to make some more torches. Just so we have a stock here so we don't run into issues. So, I'm sorry for the beginning few episodes of this. They're going to start off a wee bit slow, just due to the nature of not having a lot of items. But I can show you, like, mining techniques and stuff. But, it is going to start off a tad slow. We're not going to be getting into, like, redstone or anything, or anything super hyper-efficient early game, just because early game Minecraft is... It's hard to be super efficient in early game Minecraft, because you don't have a lot of items. So, while I'm at it right now, I'm just going to talk about goals for Minecraft. There's kind of, like, a lot of people go for beating the game. The ending of the game is kind of bad. No offense there, Notch, but I actually do mean offense, because the end of the game is really stupid. So, actually, let me just check something here. Okay, my brightness isn't bright. I do want to make sure that it's not too dark for you guys, but it is going to get a little bit dark for you guys from time to time because I like to space out my torches. That's actually a useful thing to know, or a useful thing to think about. A lot of people will... Okay, this is a good thing to explain. And actually, I can explain it by going like this. Smooth lighting off. Okay, so if I turn smooth lighting off, you can kind of see, like, this is the torch, and that's where the light is emanating from. And as it goes down, it degrades. Now, right here is where the light is completely gone. Now, most people would place a torch here, because they want to, you know, keep the light going. But, in actuality, you want to place a torch this distance away from this point, because then it will, again, spread, the light will spread that distance and bridge that gap. So you can, a lot of people place more torches than they need to. That's just a tip there for mining and just torch placing in general. Key things for just not wasting torches. Just like when you're building a building in Minecraft, if you must build like a little hut in the beginning, build it without corners, because for every floor of the building, you save 4 blocks, meaning that you can make a more complete building that way, and then you can fill in the corners later because the corners are not necessary. That's just a good tip right there if you're building a little hut, because I know in the beginning of the game you can be strapped for blocks. So, I'm actually just going to place a torch here for now, and I'll remove it and put it there later. So I am rapidly running out of food here, and that's not something I can really remedy until daylight hits, because I don't want to risk going out here. Granted, I am very much near the spawn. I do not want to venture out in the night and finagle with monsters and beasties and that kind of thing before I feel like I'm ready, because I don't want to die and lose anything right now, because early game Minecraft, keeping your items is important. But we will be I totally got distracted, but we will be building a farm. That's going to be today's episode's focus, is building a farm and building a hyper-efficient, well, not, I use hyper-efficient, but it's actually not really hyper-efficient for this build of it, but a fairly efficient early game farm, meaning that you can use it, or you can build it with early game resources without having to worry too much, without any automation or anything. But it also doesn't use up much of anything as far as resources go. Only resources you have in abundance. Also, I'm starting to take damage here. So I hear a bat. So that probably means that I'm either... there's a bat flying around in my house, or there is some shenanigan going on in the cave. Now, this is what I'm talking about, see? If I actually place this 2 blocks up? Yeah, 2. There we are. There's actually now only, you see this right here, there's a 1 block gap in between these light sources. Useful thing to know, you save about twice as many torches, or you use half as many torches, I should say, as you would normally. Now, I'm going to go over what I said I was going to go over, not a few minutes ago, but the thing I was going to go over was goals for Minecraft. Things you should aim for, like early game and late game. So, early game, a big thing, farms. Farms, both animal farms and food farms, like wheat farms, super, super integral. If you're going to be doing any sort of farm automation or getting into the, I don't want to say more advanced Minecraft playing style, but playing where the goal is to automate pretty much everything and make things easy so you can do, really big builds and that kind of thing. If you are doing that sort of thing, then farms are integral early game. And another thing that is going to become pretty integral very quickly once you've kind of hit mid-game, even late early game, is the Nether. The Nether becomes very important in a lot of machinery. It becomes very important as far as just resources, because you can get a lot of blocks very quickly from the Nether. It's also very dangerous, which means you have to be prepared to go into the Nether. But the Nether provides a lot of good resources, and that will be a large part of what coming episodes are going to be. In fact, we're going to start building transport systems between the Nether and the overworld. The end becomes kind of important if you're going to farm ender pearls. Not super important if you're not aiming to farm ender pearls. We'll probably get into some of that later in the game, or later in the playthrough, but for now, farming, or I guess right now, farming ender pearls isn't a huge, like, thought of mine. Like, it's not a big concern, because a lot of people don't do it. A lot of redstone people do collect ender pearls because they can basically just move around by teleporting with them, because often their worlds are huge. I like to keep mine more compact, so I usually don't find that necessary, but we'll get to it probably just because, you know, why not? Okay, it's getting pretty dark. Let me just see. I have another few blocks. Actually, I think I can. Yeah, I still got room. So other things that we're aiming for here are minecart systems. Now, a lot of people don't bother to do them because it's like, oh, it takes a lot of resources and stuff. But the idea of creating farms is, especially like mob farms, if you can get resources from them. For example, if you find a village, you can, in theory, create a iron golem farm. Now, if you do something like that, you can get butt tons of iron really quickly. Now, there's other ways to get butt tons of iron really quickly. That's probably the best, but you can also, you know, enchant a pick and try to get silk touch and that kind of thing. But, actually, no, it's not silk touch, excuse me. Fortune. That's the enchantment. So there's those kind of things you can do, but that becomes very important with minecart tracks because we are going to be taking advantage of update stuff very soon. Well, not very soon, but soon enough where we're going to be using hoppers and storage minecarts. So that's going to become really important later on because all of our storage is going to be done through storage minecarts. I'm going to try to teach, finger quotes, the mobile storage system as opposed to a stationary storage system here. And if you don't know what that means, using more storage minecarts than chests, because if we can, then we can really make our make our whole setup function a lot more efficiently. So I am not doing so well on food here, but we've got a ton of stone, and we've still got some stuff left. So I think I'm just going to build some doors here. Build some doors here so we can get rid of this here, because I don't like having to do that all the time. And then let's put a door. We can do it like that for now, and then we'll just dig out these walls, and put in another thing. So, placing doors, smart idea. You don't